What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back and back with some more transfer news. This edition is going to be a fullback edition because it's all news about fullbacks in and more importantly out as well. Well, I should say incoming's important too, but yeah, it's all fullbacks in this one, I think, people. So look, we're going to speak about Bogle. Our bids are being knocked back again. Junior Firpo and Rasmus Kristensen, people. Rasmus Kristensen, who a few of you said, who wants him? Well, Gavin here says Eintracht have lost the plot. Well, look, you know what I mean? It is one of those. I keep trying to tell you people that there's a club for everybody, but no one listens to me. No one listens to me, but it's fine. It's fine. Sean saying morning, Cage. Well, it's afternoon where I am, Sean, but morning, noon, nights wherever you are. Morning, Cage. Another year, another fullback problem. Yeah, listen, we'll speak about. We'll get into it. Bricks on the coast saying, can't believe people losing their heads at the moment about the outgoings and incomings, as most of our outgoings are deadwood. Yeah, I'm with you there, and we're going to speak more about that as well in the show. But listen, please hit a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and drop your comments and thoughts below. Thank you to Isaac and thank you to Malcolm Patrick for super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. And if you want to become a member of the channel, the membership link is in the description. Now, where shall we go first? Let's go with Jayden Bogle first, because it's been reported by several outlets, and this one's via Joe Donahue, but via Danny Hall, who works at the Sheffield Star. But Leeds have reportedly seen a second bid for Jayden Bogle turned down. Club's still around 3 million apart in valuation of the 23-year-old, soon to be 24, who is in the final year of his contract at Bramall Lane. So, and listen, there's all other reports about him, you know, wanting to move to Leeds, which I can believe, but I don't believe he's just told friends that he wants to go and all that stuff. But I think there is willingness for Jayden Bogle to have a fresh start, come to Leeds United and just, you know, restart his career a bit as well, because I feel even though he had a decent start to the year in Premier League for Sheffield United last year, went downhill towards the end, along with a lot of Sheffield United players, and maybe he wants a restart, but we have to meet the valuation that Sheffield United has set. I still don't think it's going to be 7. I think if Leeds are going to go in for a third bid, I think they meet in the middle somewhere like 5, and then maybe some money after add-ons. What is everyone saying in regards to that? We are Leeds. KG, how to become a member? You can become a member with the link in the description, or next to the subscribe button, there's a join button. Not usually on the mobile, but if you look on the desktop, it's usually there. Blades must have better negotiations than us. Already got more no hair. Not really. But yeah, Yusuf saying made a live one. Shout out to you. But yeah, listen, yeah, 5.5, Carlos. I think it's going to be in that range, man. I feel like it's going to be 5. And then we say what, a couple million with add-ons upon, you know, certain conditions being met, and I think that will include promotion in that as well. And I think it's looking likely in terms of the way squads are made up and the players that we still have, that we are looking like a promotion hopeful. So yeah, I think there is a deal to be done. But if Leeds, it wouldn't surprise me at the same time as well if Leeds are saying, no, we'll reach our limit with this one, we'll move elsewhere. But we shall see. We'll see what upcoming reports there will be. Next update in regards to Bogle. It doesn't seem like this deal is dead yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. Jack, seriously, KG, do you not just like my comments? That's tremendous, Jack. That's funny. You know what it was with that yesterday, though? The thing that got me with that really was that I watch other YouTubers, and I'm not talking in the football atmosphere, but it does happen in the football atmosphere. But I watch movie reviewers and stuff like that, and they literally only bring up comments that are super chats. Only comments they bring up is super chats, and I don't do anywhere near that. Otherwise, I'd have no comments to bring up. You know what I mean? I get very few and far between. But that's the whole point. Like, I read the chat all the time. They don't have to be super chat, and that's why I took issue with that comment yesterday, because I see it. Got nothing against it. It's a way of YouTubers making money. It's a way of people getting their comments seen. Completely get the exchange. But when I actually read general comments, I don't expect to be called out for it. You know, one of those. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Bobby here saying, I think we're going to offer 4 million again and hope they accept in pure annoyance. Imagine that's like on like FIFA or Football Manager, where you haven't got no more money in the kitty, but you just keep on going 6 million. Okay, 6 million and £1. I'm trying here. I'm trying. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like if Leeds didn't feel like there was a deal to be done, I feel like we would back out by now and go elsewhere. But it's going to be interesting. I still think that there is something to be done, but we shall see. Yusuf with the super chat, thank you so much for that. Yeah, it was funny yesterday, though. It was funny, I gotta say. So yeah, listen, we'll move on from Jayden Bogle and await a new update on that. Where shall we go next? Let's go with Rasmus next, because he's been the one where people have said who's going to want Rasmus and who's going to go for Rasmus. He's rubbish and everything else like that. And I wholeheartedly agree, people. I'm with you on the rubbish, but I keep telling you, people, that there is clubs for everybody. You got to think how many professional football players there are. There's not many, and how many professional football clubs there are in the world. There's not really that many either, but there are options out there for these players. And Rasmus Kristensen, as reported by Fabrizio, um, understand Eintracht Frankfurt are interested in former AS Roma fullback Rasmus Kristensen, now back at Leeds. He's one of the names on the shortlist. And of course, that means they're probably looking at a few. But the fact that this has got out to Fabrizio means that they're either going in for him, or maybe they're eyeing up another one and they're letting another club know, hey, listen, we're looking at Rasmus too. So there could be that scenario as well, as Fabrizio can be used in that way as well. I completely get it. I've also been almost used like that myself. But if in this case, if Eintracht want to do a deal, what are we saying in terms of what we expect to do? I mean, do we have to offer them a transfer fee to take him? I don't know. What would you say? Deshaun saying, please share the good news on Rasmus. For me, this is good news, and we'll get into this. We Are Leeds has found the button. Thank you so much, We Are Leeds, for the support. Really means a lot. And shout out to you for becoming a new member. But yeah, for me, this is nothing but good news. And back to the point that I can't remember his name. Was it Bricks on the Coast made? The exits that are leaving people or rumored to be leaving, these aren't exits where I look at them and go, wow, how do we replace these players? The only one that I would say is Archie Gray, which is pretty obvious because I feel like he had way more to give, and I think he would have had an even better season this year. So Archie Gray aside, the rest of the players that have left are either being players that were out on loan, squad players that weren't going to be used, and we're getting rid of them. We're getting money on the books. We're getting extra money in terms of for future wages. I just don't feel anything for these players in terms of what they could do for us. I'm not looking at Rasmus and saying, man, he could have been the outside right back. He's scary to me. And even looking for a picture of him today, looking at his stills, the guy looks clumsy. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the stills. I'm like, God, I remember this game where he looks so like I always say, he looks like Bambi learning how to walk when he plays football. So I would not miss him. Now I don't know if we're going to get this. Matt is saying 5 million probably gets us even what we owe. I mean that could be a price here. Michael also saying here Rasmus a sale or a loan, but I bet they want a loan in. I think it would be a loan. I do think that if we can get a transfer fee for him this summer, that would be amazing. I would love that. But I do see it being maybe a loan with an option to buy, maybe not even an obligation, but an option. But I feel like they would just want to kick his wages off the books for another year and move on in that way. Because I don't see this guy playing football for this football club. I just, yeah, he looks clumsy anyway. He does. Yeah, Bozo, I mean, he's got him in abundance. I'm not being horrible to Rasmus, but we were missold a bill of goods with this one, Viking this, Viking that, pounds the badge and all that stuff. It's all false, isn't it? It's all false. And we didn't get what was advertised. And listen, I feel like he would be better suited at another club, and maybe going back out into Europe would be better for him. I just, just thinking of him starting games for me is worrying, especially with the way the championship is. I think he'd get bullied, which is crazy for a guy that looks the way he looks. He looks like he should be the bully. But yeah, I'm cool with Rasmus leaving. Look, guys, and I want to make it clear as well. Yeah, Bobby, that's tremendous. I want to make it clear. I'm not cool with everyone going. It's just that the names that have been mentioned so far with solid moves away have been names that I'm not particularly bothered about, or I feel that can be replaced. I don't feel like these names are ones where they make and break our season. Now, when we get to a time where if we're talking Somerville, Jorginho, and even someone like Ampadu, then we've got a real conversation to be had about, wow, this impact could be huge at this level. But Rucker, Llorente, these guys, Shackleton, Cooper, who else has left? There's been loads of players that are left. Jack Harrison. I don't think any of these players can do us any good anymore. So I'm good with these kind of players going. I'm real. But like you guys, I do want replacements to come in. And if they don't get replacements, come back to me at the end of the window. I keep saying I'm here to be shot at. but I don't believe we will go in without replacements. I just don't. Maybe they're not coming in as quickly as you and I would like, but I think work will be done behind the scenes. And like someone mentioned earlier about Sheffield United, they signed Moore and O'Hare in pretty much one day. We can do that too. It wouldn't surprise you, would it, if we get one in the morning, one in the night, and there you go. You've got one of your problems solved. Um, Yeah, we are Lee saying hopefully we sign someone this week. Yeah, what are we on, people? Yeah, we're on Tuesday, aren't we? We're on Tuesday. But yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to get in some fullbacks. I've already said I feel like that is our next area of need. I mentioned yesterday about Jordan James. If we could get him as the extra midfielder, I would love that, as he's just versatile and can play across many positions. But we do need to start getting a move on with the fullbacks, of course. Um, Matt saying, if we replace Kamara and Gray, then I'm not bothered. I do think the 49ers are losing the fan base a little. Yeah, listen, Matt, I feel like some of the fans don't like the 49ers anyway, and especially don't like the Red Bull connection. I've seen those comments so many times. So I feel like whatever they do, they're not going to agree with. Even like selling a player like Glenn Kamara, who is as ordinary as it comes. Let's be real. Technically sound, but he's not a game changer. The fact that we're getting, more money than we paid for him is brilliant, but it's still being criticized. And even though we've got a whole other bunch of midfielders that can do the job of him and more. I don't know. Maybe the fans losing him, but I think what remedies that, of course, is new signings that are needed, of course, and that's always going to be the remedy. It's just like I'm saying with everything football, winning solves everything, and new signings that fans want to see, they help as well. Let's have a look here. Bricks on the coast saying, I actually like the silence on incomings, but would suck for content creators. Yeah. Listen, it does. Like, take me for example. Yeah. It means that you have to speculate more. It means that you have to do, like I was saying yesterday about Jordan James, someone I would like to bring in rather than Nuji hearing on the vine. But what I would say, though, is that it's much better. And I take that over being a content creator every day of the week. I prefer the fact that we had a rumor of Joe Ruffwell. Even the rumor said that we're looking to do a medical in the next 48 hours. He was here in the next 3 or 4, wasn't he? So yeah, I much prefer it. But like with reporters, especially Leeds-based reporters, we've seen the Athletic, and thankfully, I mean, I don't have the Athletic for Leeds United content. I don't. I have it for NHL, which is the main reason I got the Athletic in the first place. But you see in the Leeds content now, maybe Phil just knew something was coming. I don't know, man, but you see in Leeds articles being pumped out, and listen, I'm not criticizing her. She's just starting in that role. Maybe she has to get to know a few more of the journals a bit more. Maybe she'll meet more in the press box and gain a few connections that way. But some of the articles that are coming out for Leeds via the Athletic now, you and I could write them. You know what I mean? It's old sentimental pieces, Bielsa this, and what was the other one the other day? The sliding doors of Ollie Watkins. I mean, yeah, it's long, it's long. But what I will say is that I don't think it will stay that way with the new Leeds reporter. Maybe it just will take a bit of time to build up a contact base, maybe. But yeah, but in this way, it is slim pickings when it comes to news. But I actually prefer it this way. I do. Yeah, feeding off scraps. Yeah, I mean that's putting it politely, Matt. Some of the articles have been bad, like not bad as in the writing, but I mean just the content of it. It's like, what's going on here? I know you've got to put something out, but yeah, maybe that will come in time. But shout out to everyone. Uh, I wish luck for everybody. 49ers don't leak anything. Feel really bad for the local journals. Yeah, it's been tough. They used to get it all the time back in the day. I think this club even used to leak it to them. When it was under GFH, especially. I think we all remember that GFH thing with the square ball where they asked them for signings from Football Manager. I think they used to actually leak it out because they wanted the good PR. But yeah, 49ers don't operate like that, man. They don't operate like that. Oh, Matt, cancelled my subscription when Phil left. Damn, you didn't even give the new person a chance. That's mad. But I do understand because you know what? Actually, Matt, it's not mad because if a certain NHL writer left the Athletic, I'd probably cancel mine as well. And also depending what the renew price is when my subscription's up, because I paid a 9.99 flat fee sometime last year. I think it expires in the next couple of months. I'm gonna look over that and see what they're offering, because if it's not a good offer, I'm gonna dip as well. So I'll be with you guys. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Um, so yeah, listen, we'll keep an eye on this Rasmus thing. I hope something comes of it, but we'll wait and see. Now let's go on to the third fullback of the piece, Junior Firpo and Real Betis. By all reports in Spain, are looking to bring him back. And let's go on to the translated version here. Real Betis is in negotiations with Leeds for Junior Firpo. Conversations between the clubs to find a way to shape the operation. Junior's wishes to return to Real Betis. He's willing to make an effort. And looking further into this, just from this journal here, it seems that Real Betis want him back because he'd count towards their youth count, even at 27 years old. I guess kind of like the homegrown thing here, because he was there from whatever age. I don't know the ins and out, but I think it helps him with the homegrown thing. But yeah, again, much like Rasmus with Junior Firpo for me, as nice as he was for us in the at parts last season, he is very replaceable. And I've already made my feelings clear on Junior. I don't want this club offering him a new contract. I think that would be the worst idea to do. Do not give him another 4 years. If he's not willing to see out the year and he wants to leave, let him go. That is my thing with Junior Firpo. He's easily replaceable for me. Michael, asking how much would you take for Firpo with 1 year left on his deal? Um, man, that is tough. I don't think it's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to be that much. Or yeah, and this is why I'm not the negotiator for the 49ers, right? But I would say probably maybe 3 million, maybe. I mean, one of the reports was saying that Betis would be looking for a loan with the option to buy, but obviously that can't happen because he's only got a year left on his deal. So I don't think that's going to be the case. Maybe it would be a high loan fee, a decent loan fee, I should say, and then much like Robin Cox, see you later at the end of the season. But yeah, I mean, I would probably accept maybe 3 million if you can get it up to three. I don't think it'd be any more than that, honestly. What say you guys? JT, tremendous, £20. Bobby here saying football will be like 2 million. Yeah, yeah, 2 million now. Now I'm seeing that. I can see that. I think 3 million. I'm probably being optimistic with that. Um, but Carlos saying 3 million, Betis will want to pay 1.5 max. Well, we've seen Betis already. I mean, we're getting to know Real Betis very well. Mark Rocker, Diego Llorente have all gone there. They're looking to get Junior Firpo back. So I guess they've just got us on speed dial at this point. But I think there is a deal to be done there because, as I say, it doesn't make sense to let his contract run down. If you can get a bit of money for him now and replace him, you can do so. And again, people saying this, I mean, Oipa here, Firpo, very poor defender, but going forward, very decent, 2-3 mil. And this is it. And Barry as well, big wage off the bill. But this, I was going to go to this in Oipa's terms about him going forward, and he has been. When you look at his assist rate last year, 8 assists in 29 matches, and that's because was he injured in a few games, which probably doesn't surprise you. I think he was injured at the start of the season, wasn't he? Well, he was, because that's why Jed Spence and Cody Drama had to fill in at bloody left back for him, which is insane, while he was resting Byron. But yeah, 8 assists and everything. And people will probably be saying, how do you replace that? Well, I just got up, someone we were linked with before, in Josh Timon. He played more matches, and by all accounts, he started slowly at Swansea, but he ended the season with 6 assists, and he played more games, obviously, because he's probably a bit more durable. But this is what I'm saying. You can replace Firpo. He's not, you can replace him. You can replace him. You can. So yeah, I'm cool with both of these going. So again, people thinking that I'm just looking to play a five-a-side team and I'm happy with 5 players being here. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that for what we're losing, I think you can replace, and you can replace fairly cheaply as well, especially in the fullback area. I know Sheffield United playing hardball with Bogle, but I think other teams that aren't Sheffield United will do business with us, and it will be a more smoother transaction. I feel. What say you, people? What say you? Um, Awesome, boys. I mean, that's wishful thinking. Hopes the Saudis come in for him for 100 million. Tremendous. Matt saying Real Betis leads B team. Uh no, Oiper, no. And how is that gonna let me just I'll get this one up though, Oiper. This just shows me that okay, you know what, let me do this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where is he at? Where is he? Oiper, I can't find the picture, but this is where it goes to just being people being comfortable with names that we've been linked with or keep on getting linked with over and over again. Charlie Taylor is at Southampton right now, Oiper. He's just moved there. So that just shows you, doesn't it? You're not this is the problem that we have in the fan base where people just say names because they're comfortable, they know him from before, but they don't actually know what they've done lately. Well, he's gone to Southampton, so there we go. We're not getting Charlie Taylor in that, but yeah, listen, and that's not a dig at Oi, but that's just general with the fans. You know, they will keep saying the same recycled names over and over again, not realizing where or what the player's been up to. You know what I mean? Direct here saying obviously a Firpo man. Firpo is a wing back. We force him to a left back position. At Betis, he'll be much better. You know what it is, direct. I don't even think he's going to be first choice at Betis. I think he's going to be a squad option for them. But listen, if Junior wants to go back to Spain, I completely understand it. You know that football is probably more suited for him in La Liga, and yeah, it's a chance for him to go home, isn't it? You know, he knows Betis very well, and we'll see. Look, we'll see if Leeds United and Betis can strike yet another deal. But yeah, I'll say this: I'm just the names that are linked with moving away, and even Nanto yesterday. And I've got my own reasons why I want Nanto to have a fresh start, but they're players that I feel that we can replace people. When we get to the sticky conversations about Somerville and those kind of players, then there'll be a bit more panic maybe involved. But at this point in time, all I see this as is clearing the decks, getting more wages available for squad players that Farker will actually use, and more first team players that we need as well in the fullback positions. That's just where I am. Um, Michael here is saying, I mean, this will be the next one, won't it? Ryan Manning. As Charlie Taylor has gone to Southampton, that means Ryan Manning might be available. I think Manning is available anyway, Michael. I think, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure he lost his place towards the end of the season last year. Don't quote me on that. And that's why they've looked for reinforcements at left back. But Ryan Manning, I mean, look, Leeds fans don't like it when players burn them anyway. Would you guys want him after last summer when we was, presumably in for him, and even the Southampton social media team had a nice little joke, which I found funny. You know, they had that picture of Ryan Manning holding a phone saying, well, I thought he was going to Leeds. I thought that was pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone would want Ryan Manning at this point now. You know, I think it would much be like the Max Aaron scenario at this time. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him. No, I don't want him because I've seen him play. Yeah, tremendous. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And look, there's other players out there as we know. Look, we'll probably get linked with somebody and sign somebody that none of us have even mentioned or wouldn't have even thought of. You know, I don't recall people saying Joe Rothwell as a signing. So we'll just have to wait and see. But look, we'll see how these stories develop in terms for that. Yeah, he did lose his back. Okay, I thought so. I thought so. But yeah, that is it for the show. Listen, I know that it's not all good news at this point in time, people, but I just say try and be patient a little bit. If it comes to the time where we're about to start the season and we've lost all these players and haven't replaced them, we have a different conversation, 100. But until then, let's see what we bring in. And as I say all the time, judge it at the end of the transfer window, because that's when we'll know the shape we're going to be in come the end of the season. But listen, people, hit a like on the video before you go. Drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace out.